Why did you not mention that beforehand?
No, but I did. What didn't I mention?
You're a member of the Berry Big Circus.
No, it's just that, you know, I'm not. I can't call myself a member yet. I'm just a new recruit.
Regardless, that still makes you a member.
Eek!
Another thing people say a lot in this game is eek. So why didn't you tell us that before?
If I had told you I was part of the circus, it would have made me look suspicious, right? Since I also knew Knightley and all that, I didn't think anyone would believe what I had to say. Not even you guys, Kay.
Didn't we promise to believe in you?
But, Mr. Edgeworth, you're just kinda scary.
Man, you're just terrible at getting info from people, aren't you, Miles? It's none of your concern. Looks like we need to have a talk with him again. So, what did you do in the circus, Simon?
I guess you could say I'm a wild animal tamer. I'm still just an apprentice, though.
Wow, that's incredible. So you can command lions and tigers to do your bidding, right?
Nuh-uh, nothing crazy like that. No way, no way, no way, no way. My partner is this little guy right here.
Is that Money? Money the monkey? And that makes you a wild animal tamer? It's more like an organ grinder than a wild animal tamer.
Hey, Money, cut that out. You can be quite a handful sometimes.
It's like Ratatouille. I thought organ grinders controlled their monkeys, not the other way around. Yesterday you told us you were just a regular employee, correct?
Even if I'm a member of the circus, I'm still legally an employee. We're just like any regular company. The ringleader is the boss and I'm just a grunt. I even have a supervisor. She's the head of the wild animal tamer division. No matter what kind of fierce creature, they all immediately follow her every command.
She might even be able to get a handle on Miles here. I am not a wild animal. Did you and your supervisor take part in the animal show here at the prison?
Yeah, it was just us two. It was only a small operation this time around. Basically, my supervisor takes center stage, and I take care of all the dirty work. Well, I did have a tiny part in the performance.
So there are only 2 members of the circus that are related to this case. Your movements. So can you tell me about your movements around the prison?
Okay, I went to meet Knightley 2 days ago around noon.
And that's when you gave him the chessboard?
That's right. And then that night I started setting up the stage in the courtyard. It was pretty tough going back and forth moving all the crates by myself. I left everything in Workroom A, I think. Just temporary storage.
Workroom A? That's where the body was discovered. Didn't your supervisor help you at all?
No way, I can't let her do anything like that. That's my job. After I got everything ready, we started rehearsing. When we left, it was almost midnight. The show was set to start at 8 a.m. the next day and go on until 10 a.m.
The only one who went in and out of where the body was found is Mr. Keyes. And then the body was found just before the show ended. Do you happen to know why you were arrested? It's weird how it happened so fast. I don't think that DePest guy would just have you arrested on a whim. Wouldn't put it past him though.
Well, maybe it's because of that. When I was moving the crates, I decided to go check up on him. You know, Knightley.
You went directly into the detention block? Did you have permission?
No, I had to sneak in. It wasn't a formal visit or anything.
Didn't you already see him 2 days ago? Why would you go and do such a thing?
Well, we're the only friends either of us has had since childhood. He was the same as me. We never had real families. I just wanted to talk with him for a bit, so I went to see him.
You didn't have a family?
When I was younger, I lost the only family I had, my father.
So is that it? I know all too well how it feels to lose your father at a young age.
So you're the same as Mr. Edgeworth and me.
So it was just the two of you talking at that time?
Yes, all the other cells were empty and there weren't any guards nearby either.
Hehehe. Then you got found out and that's why they suspected you.
What? What? Did I do something really bad?
Something must have happened while Mr. Keyes and Knightley were alone. That's probably DeBest's logic. It seems that we'll need to talk with your supervisor as well.
She should be here today too, probably in the courtyard. Ooh, I'm sorry it turned out like this, boss.
Simon, if there's anything we can do to help, just tell us.
What? What? But I can't do anything in return.
Don't you worry about that. We're your allies. That's because we're like birds of a feather, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Birds of a feather, huh? Suppose that's true. We have sufficient information about your past. I doubt you had a motive to kill Knightley. Rather, you are probably the most affected by his death. And I doubt someone as timid as you could work up the courage to murder someone. Alright, I'll get you out of here. We'll believe in you.
Well, what do we have here? Starting to get a hang of the whole defense attorney gig.
Sounded a bit like your old man just now. Me. Sound like my father? Hehehe. You would say, the defense attorney's job is to be an ally to the deserted. If you're going to ride that stallion into the sunrise, wait for me, I want in too. Mr. Shields, I think you mean sunset. Hehehe, yeah, of course. It's just a joke. Want some candy?
No, thank you. I don't like sweets.
Oh, really? What a shame. I'm not sure whether to like Ray or to be creeped out by him. What's wrong with the sunrise? Legendary Yatagarasu is all about the sun. Huh? Since the sunlight always exposes the truth. Good grief. For now, let's just head to the prison courtyard and see what we can find there. Ah, the shutter is open. Yes, it looks like that way leads to the courtyard. So what are we waiting for? Come on, let's get a move on. She's certainly in high spirits. So this is the courtyard. Just before the body was discovered, the animal show was held here. Looks just like a carnival. Man, I bet it was lots of fun. The prisoners were gathered here when the body was found. So that means whoever saw the show has an alibi. We should start by checking the area for... Eek! See what I mean? Eek! All the time, eek! K! Cut it out, you! Help me, Mr. Edgeworth! You there! Stop right this instant! Ow, 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 ow! Someone help! Anyone! Down, Astique! Down! Who are... Oh, okay.
Looks like you found a new playmate. Good for you, Astique. It wasn't playing around, it was about to eat me. Huh? No way, that's impossible. This child doesn't bite. Often. Often, huh? People normally never get to play with an elephant up close. Isn't it wonderful? No, it's not. It's wonderful, right? It's simply marvelous, little lady. Mr. Shields. Really? Oh, that makes me so happy. So how about a hug? As thanks. Yep, creeped out. I'm creeped out now. Hey, watch where you swing that thing. Weren't you taught not to hit people with your trunk? Ha ha ha. Looks like Astique is friends with everyone. I am an assistant of this defense attorney. My name is Miles Edgeworth. Ah, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Regina Barry. Nice to meet ya. I'm the great thief and defense attorney's assistant, Kay Faraday. That's a rather complicated job title. And the one playing with Mr. Elephant is the defense attorney, Mr. Ray Shields. It's not Mr. Elephant, it's Astique, the fantastic Agent Elephant. You're incredible, Regina. You made Astique stop right away. Well, I'm a wild animal tamer after all. Really? Then you must be Simon's supervisor. Yep, I'm the head of the Berry Big Circus Wild Animal Tamer Division. The one and only Regina Barry. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ace Attorney Ray Shields. Looks like he's the one she... It looks like he's the one she has a handle on. Yes, she's perfect. What are you mumbling about, Kay? Look at her. She's energetic, fun-loving, and healthy. She could be the new member of the Atagarasu. She'd be perfect as a great thief. Great thief? That sounds like fun. We can make a huge ruckus with the animals. Ah, you can't make a ruckus. A great thief is supposed to be quiet and sneaky-like. But the show needs to have flash. Being quiet is kind of boring. Guess she's not very thief-like after all. Seems there has been a breakdown in negotiations. Alright, let's get started, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's check out anything that looks suspicious. We'll even look through the barbed wire if we have to. Yes, we need to gather more information about the case. We should also try talking with anyone connected to the case. Okay. Basket. It's a wicker crate. No, there are tires attached to it, so I guess it's a cart. Sniff, sniff. Kinda smells like animals. They probably use this instead of a hand trolley at the circus. Just once I'd like to ride one of these bad boys down a hill. Ah, or maybe one of those office chairs with wheels. Doesn't that sound like fun? What is she talking about? I think you'd flip over pretty quick on an office chair. That door is locked. Want me to pick the lock? Success is not guaranteed, though. No, if need be, I'll just borrow a key. Sheesh. Thought it was finally a chance for me to steal the spotlight. Don't even think about stealing anything in my presence. Not even the spotlight. Okay. Elephant. It's the Berry Big Circus's Asian elephant, Astique. Supposedly very friendly with humans. Doesn't seem very friendly. It's your stern gaze, Mr. Edgeworth. It must think you're the boss. Are you comparing me to an animal? That's not what I meant. I think it approves of you. That doesn't make me the least bit happy. Examine the barbed wire, you say. Alright. Danger! Danger! High voltage! These signs really do exist. On the other side, you can see what appears to be the detention center's garden. That word! I have trouble with that word. Detention. Detention. The detention center. It's just as Warden Roland said. You can see the garden from her office. If it weren't for this barbed wire, we could take a look at the garden on the other side.
That is Warden Roland's prize garden. I doubt she'd let us in so easily. Right? There's a dead fish in that pond. That's not a good sign. Ribbit. What are you doing? Don't you know? If you croak like a frog at a pond, they will come towards you. The only things that are coming towards you are the water striders. Water striders are so cool! They're like ninjas! They glide gracefully on top of the water. I wish I could do that. What about the frogs? What about the frogs, Edgeworth? Water striders are cool, just for the record. What are you doing out here? Talk to you later. What's up with the chairs? These were used for audience seating during the show. Folding up all these chairs must have been a chore. Is that so? Don't tell me. Don't tell me you've never tidied up folding chairs before. I've delegated the task to others in the past. Mr. Edgeworth, you should try doing some manual labor once in a while. I'll look into it. Well, if all of the prisoners each folded up their own chair, they'd be done in no time. This crude-looking well seems handcrafted. Was it built by the inmates? There are a bunch of tools lying around the well. A long piece of rope, and a heavy-looking weight. It weighs 33 pounds. It says so right there. There's even a couple pulleys. Okay, please stop touching other people's things. Stingy pants. I'm just checking stuff out. It's not like I'm going to take them home with me. Still, these tools, what were they used for? Thought we were going to take a closer look at that, because there is some relevant stuff. Alright. Stage. This is the stage where they put on the animal show. If I put on a Great Thief show, I wonder if anyone would come. I'm pretty sure the police would show up. Okay? Nothing. Let's talk to Sawit first. Ah, Mr. Attorney, how are we doing today? We're doing... Hey, we just met a few moments ago. Please do forgive me. Ever since I've come here, I've been working on refining my speech. That's not the only thing that needs refining. Right now I'm helping out with the cleanup after the show. But if there's anything you need, please just let me know. You'll have my full cooperation. Helping out the show. I'm in the middle of volunteer work right now. As you can see, I'm a model prisoner. I've been reborn inside this prison. Reborn as a thief. That was... The devil made me do it. How can you blame the devil? You're a disgrace to thieves. I have nothing to say. I still have much to learn. As a thief? But as you can see, I've exchanged my bracelet for a working one. I will continue to devote myself to being a model prisoner. Again with the model prisoner. Give it a rest already. Pet grooming. I'm training to pay my debt to society once I become eligible for parole. So you were training instead of watching the animal show. There were only 2 people who did not watch the show, Sawit and Dogen. Why didn't you say anything about Dogen earlier? Well, if you asked any inmate at this prison, they'd all think twice before telling you. That person is like the ruler of this place. Around here, we call him the supplier. The supplier? I heard about that once before. If you ask him nicely, he can provide you with anything you want. What? Is that allowed? Normally it's not allowed. But with him, it's another story. He supposedly has a secret route to procure these goods. As the supplier, Dogen would be in a position of power. However, I've put all that behind me. All I care about now is applying mud packs to the animals. Mud packs? I coat the animal's fur with my mineral-rich mud packs to give it a beautiful shine. To help with my training, I give them to all the animals in prison, each and every one of them. Mud. Huh. Could be related to that piece of evidence. I should present it to him. Huh, what would that be? The glove? Perhaps... Let's give it a shot. That's the rubber glove I dropped. Where did the mud on this glove come from? Ah, that's the mud from my mud packets. At the time I was practicing applying my mud packs. Could you tell me when this took place on the day of the incident? Since the animal show had started, I'd say it was around 9 AM. Mud packs turned the animals' bodies pitch black. Oh, my heart was pure white. I was totally engrossed with covering the animals in mud. Prison life must be taxing on his stress levels. Okay. Thanks to the warden's policies, I can undergo job training here. Job training here. I owe her a debt of gratitude. Alright. Let's talk to Regina, I suppose. Regina Berry. Head of the Wild Animal Tamer Division. Are you Mr. Keyes' supervisor? That's right. Very Big Circus was created by my daddy. But daddy died in a murder incident. Is she supposed to be sad? She's kind of got a neutral expression there. But in the game she was originally in, she was in the second game as well. She's kind of very lighthearted about her dad's death. Your dad is... But after that, our current ringmaster made the circus even bigger. Ringmaster is Daddy's close friend. It's like a funny uncle. Wow, a funny uncle. That's great, Regina. Yep, Uncle Mo established the Wild Animal Tamer, Magic, and Ventriloquist divisions. Only the Wild Animal Tamer and Ventriloquist divisions have subordinates, though. Very Big Circus is going to become even more fabulous. Yes, that sounds amazing. The way these two are carrying on, I hate to put a damper on things. The Animal Show. Could you tell us about the Animal Show? It's an amazing show. It has a storyline and everything. What's more, it's a love story. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Hehehe, very nice. Are you the heroine, Regina Pie? Ugh. Yikes. Nope, the heroine of this show is Estique. And her partner is Regent the Tiger. It's about the forbidden love between an elephant and a tiger. Elephant and tiger? Forbidden love? That's right. It's what they call a love triangle. Isn't it romantic? Sounds amazing. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Heroine. Estique is a female elephant? Since it's a love triangle, shouldn't there be more than one animal involved? One more animal involved? Yep, the third animal. He's the one who interferes with the love between Estique and Regent. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you think it is? Well, since it's a circus, perhaps a lion? I think a crow would be nice. Or perhaps... yeah, it is a crow, isn't it? Hehehe. Third animal is a naughty little monkey. The scale suddenly got smaller. Ah, Money the Monkey. Nope. The one who plays the role of the monkey is Simon. Money is a little too small. He's like the villain who tries to break up the love between Estique and Regent. How will Estique and Regent control their own destiny? Isn't it wonderful? I guess. I thought Mr. Keyes just did all the grunt work. Wouldn't you feel sorry for Simon if he didn't get to perform on stage? The preparations. Could you tell me about the preparations for the show? Simon handled everything, so I don't know that much about it. Simon insisted on it. He wanted me to focus on the show. I saw Simon doing something near the well, though. The well? If I recall, it was behind the stage. I'd better go take a look at it later. He even moved this giant cage all by himself. Simon is such a nice guy. That sounds like something Simon would do, while crying profusely. During the preparations, Simon went back and forth between the workroom and the courtyard. We were using the workroom to store our equipment. Only Simon entered that room, so I don't know anything about it. Workroom. Was it the one where we found the dead body? So, Simon was the only one who entered Workroom A? Man, the bad news just keeps on coming.
Mr. Lawyer, please promise me you'll help Simon.
Don't worry, despite his looks, Mr. Edgeworth is really amazing. Despite my looks. Just what is wrong with the way I look? Oh my! Okay, got it right.
There you are, Regina darling.
Ah, Miss Roland! Oh boy, this is gonna get tiring.
I was looking all over for you. I wanted to have a little chat with you.
Okay, let's take a break from the feminine voices and go look at the well. Nothing new? No? Not even with that clue? Oh. Okay, please stop touching other people's things. Oh, nope, we got that too. Alright. Miss Roland it is. The prison! Could you tell me a little about this prison?
Currently, this place is my pride and joy, which I like to call our home. When I first came here, this prison was in a terrible state.
Terrible state? You mean the prisoners' attitudes?
There are no bad children in my family.
It was the environment that was terrible.
That's why, after giving it a lot of thought, I enlisted the help of the animals.
Being together with animals will soften up even the most hardened criminals.
Right now, everyone has returned to their most honest self. Just take a look at Frankie. He's a model prisoner.
Model prisoner who was trying to steal from a dead body. Frank Sawit.
There are lots of model prisoners here, but Frankie is #1. He's proactive with his job training and helps out with the chores.
Don't the other model prisoners do job training and chores?
Eh? Don't be silly. They all do, of course. It's just that Frankie here, he has his sights set on something different.
Something feels strange.
In any case, he's a very good boy. Please get along with one another.
Very big circus.
The enchanting music, the prancing animals. Very Big Circus is fabulous.
I don't understand that laugh.
If you come here, you can see a show once a month.
Really? Then maybe I should... Was she just... Maybe I should. No, okay. Was she just thinking about committing a crime? Once a month, you said. Is it always the Very Big Circus?
Of course. I'm Regina Darling's biggest fan. My darling Regina. She's just so fabulous. She's such a cutie pie, I could just eat her up.
She really likes her darling Regina.
That's why I'm worried about poor little Simon. If he is found guilty, Regina Darling will be heartbroken. Mr. Lawyer, please take care of little Simon. If there's anything I can help with, please don't hesitate to ask. But really, I would have loved to show everyone yesterday. You did a wonderful job on that stage, Regina Darling. Giggle. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad all the prisoners came to see it. Well, about that, just between you and me, not everyone came to see the show.
That would be Dogen and Sawit, I imagine.
There were 3 people who didn't see your show yesterday. Unbelievable, really.
Excuse me? But did you say there were 3 prisoners who did not see the show?
That's right. I took a count and there were 3 empty seats. And we even had the correct number of seats set out.
Doesn't that seem weird to you, Mr. Edgeworth? It does. We had thought that Dogen and Sawit were the only 2 prisoners who were not present in the courtyard during the show. That doesn't add up. Where did the 3rd person go? Further investigation is needed.
Ah, I was having so much fun talking to you, Regina Darling, that I completely forgot. It's time to feed my baby.
My baby? Ah! Oh, okay. That explains the dead fish. It's an alligator! Oh, Allie, you look as cute as ever! Okay, so that's the Allie that she referred to earlier. Oh, how cute! So her name is Allie? Yup, she's Allie the alligator. She's my favorite out of all my family. How lovely, I want to try petting it. If Regina darling wants to pet it, go right ahead, I'll allow it. They seem pretty excited. We need to go check the prison cells, don't we? That's right. Let's look for the third prisoner who didn't see the animal show.